sight. The city's looking like a ghost town on a moonlit summer night. Raindrops on the windshield, there's a storm moving in. He's headed back from somewhere that he never should have been. And the thunder rolls.
Burning in a house across town. She's stationed by the telephone in her faded flannel gown, asking for a miracle, hoping she's not right, praying it's the weather that's kept him out all night. And the thunder rolls, and the thunder rolls. Another love grows cold on a sleepless night as the storm blows on out of control. Deep in the heart, the thunder rolls. She's waiting by the window into the drive. She rushes out to hold him, thankful he's alive.
a soul in sight. The city's looking like a ghost town on a moonlit summer night. Raindrops on the windshield, there's a storm moving in. He's headed back from somewhere that he never should have.
Mike's up.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Cars presented by the World Thunder Esports League. My name is Dominic Foster. In the producer's chair, we have Jacob and BJ tonight, and we will be having a good ones. We're about to set up for qualifying here at Bristol Motor Speedway. So Alex Bergeron has points locked up by over 200, but going into championship week, the battle for second is Aiden Beerline, Clayton Davies, and Jason Randolph all separated by 10 points. So it'll be a good one here to see who's going to take home second place in the World Thunder Esports League tonight. But we will be getting some cars on the track here soon, as we have a pretty good field tonight. Jack Young out on the track right now, putting a 14.59 down for lap number 1. Currently, he is the quickest one, only one on the track right now, though. Rebecca Millette comes across first with a 14.108, beating Jack Young by about 0.3 right now. Alex Bergeron on the track, as you see there for the ABR setup shop. He has a 14.823, and he's about to look to make this run a little bit quicker here as he's going to come across the line. Rockets to the top of the 14.01. Jason Randolph second, the 14.09. Andrew Hauser matches Jason Randolph with also 14.09. We see times coming in here now, about a minute and a half left to qualifying. Hayden Harvey jumps up just behind Bergeron. It's a 14.047. Kenny Miller, though, comes across the 14.017. Getting real close to those times there for Bergeron, as Bergeron was quickest overall. Alex Robinson, you see him there, a 15.396. And I'm glad to see Alex in here tonight, as well. I have a little announcer's curse for him a little bit later on. Clayton Davies, though, 8th quickest, 14.297. We see him going around the track there for this time around. You see the wheelman himself there, Brett Wheeler, going on the track for his qualifying run now. The UltimateDirtTV 56 Rocket Racing set, Black Diamond Machine. See Brett running that high line there. We didn't see a Street Sox running a high line very much, but Brett's up at that top, making this work here. Brett Wheeler, your last one to qualify, first lap. He will go 11th quick with a 14.84. See if he can improve on the second time around. He comes into turn number 3 here, taking that bottom side. Brett Wheeler comes across the line, jumps up to 4th quick with a 14.035. 14.035 for Brett Wheeler. And that does it for qualifying here, ladies and gentlemen. We will get your official results up here pretty quickly before we go to heat race number 1.
Results on screen.
Those are not results on screen there, Mr. Producer. Got some teams there, though, which works out. But there's your official results. Alex Bergeron, Kenny Miller, Aiden Beerline, Brett Wheeler, and Clayton Davies will be your top 5 for the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Cars tonight. So we got 12 total drivers here at Bristol. But as you see, heat race number 1 is lining up here. So let's take a look at your starting grid for heat race number 1. Started on pole position, it's quick time tonight. The 12 of Alex Bergeron for Team ABR Esports. 2 is outside, the 11 of Aiden Beerline. Starting third, it's the 50 of Clayton Davies for Ace Esports. 2 is outside, the 47 of Jason Randolph for the Firm Motorsports. Starting fifth, it's the 14 of Team ABR Esports, Rebecca Millette. And 2 are outside, the 24 of Jax Young. So earlier tonight, we saw the street stocks here as, well, they're pretty much one lane going out through here, but they were not where you see the sprint cars running as sprint cars were running up high and down low for most of those qualifying laps there. But Alex Bergeron has been strong this entire time. Aiden Beerline, second place in points, though. Jason Randolph and Clayton Davies all right there. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 in points are also 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this heat race. Here we go. Lights are out on the pace truck here. Alex Bergeron's going to be looking to take us to the green whenever they get back around. Aiden Beerline, 1 point up on Clayton Davies for second place. 9 or 10 points up on Jason Randolph, who is in fourth place looking to take over. So the battle to watch tonight will be who's going to take second place in the championship points before we go into championship week next week. Here we go. They're going to get nice and tight here. Bergeron's going to take us to the green flag here. Pace truck is off. Bergeron's on that loud pedal. Beerline got a okay start. Clayton Davies, that was a great start on the inside there as Davies going to look to the inside. Gets past Beerline. Bergeron's going to pull away, though, as you see back there. Clayton Davies, Aiden Beerline, Rebecca Millette up to fourth. Jason Randolph fifth. Jack Sean sixth the first time around. We have a pretty good battle here going, though, between Clayton Davies and Aiden Beerline. There's our single file choo-choo train coming around the bottom side as they're looking to start moving that line up for the feature race tonight. So that way they can get something going there. Aiden Beerline, though, just following closely behind Clayton Davies as he's going to just sit there and wait for his time here as we are going to be almost due cross flags here. 3 laps down, 5 laps left to go. Aiden Beerline going to keep looking underneath Clayton Davies. There you see Rebecca Millette in the fourth position, moving up there. Jason Randolph directly behind her. Aiden Beerline, though, still looking under Clayton Davies there. Bergeron with the quickest time of the session so far by about a 100th of a second there. But here we go. We got 3 laps left. They are closing in on Bergeron. Clayton Davies threw a faster time now that time than Bergeron. Austin Beerline directly on his tail as well, too. We have 2 laps left. Clayton Davis can try and close in on Bergeron for these last couple laps, make a move for first place. There you see Jason Randolph, the quickest driver that time around. We are white flag. Alex Bergeron's led start to finish. Clayton Davies directly behind him. Aiden Beerline, Rebecca Millette, Jason Randolph, and Jack Sean. As Clayton Davies was your fastest driver that time around, but does not have anything for Bergeron. He takes the heat race #1 win. Clayton Davies, Aiden Beerline, and Rebecca Millette will round out your top 4. Here we will see your heat race #1 official results for the dirtfan.com 410 wing sprint cars. As we seem to be having some technical issues there for some reason, our results are not one to show up. But there you go. There they are popping up now. Alex Bergeron, Clayton Davies, Aiden Beerline, Rebecca Millette, Jason Randolph, and Jack Sean will take you into your inside row for the tonight's A main. But we will take you to heat race #2 as Kenny Miller for Phantom Motorsports in the 23 will start pole. Brett Wheeler, the 56 of Black Diamond Motorsports, who is outside. Starting third, it's a 55 of Phantom Pool Racing, Hayden Harvey. 2 is outside, the 13 of Andrew Hauser. Starting fifth, it's the 269 for Blue Groove Motorsports, James Grace. And 2 is outside, it's our very own broadcaster extraordinaire, the 42 of Alex Robertson for Vanderpool Racing. So Brett Wheeler was one of the few drivers you saw in qualifying who actually was running that top side already to see where it's at. He did make a quicker line on the bottom, but Brett Wheeler knows how to get things done around that top side of the track as we are lights out this time around. Kenny Miller is going to be looking to take us to green whenever we get back coming out of turn number 4. You see 6 drivers in this heat race. Heat race number 1 saw a bit of a choo-choo train going around the bottom side, but those drivers are going to be looking to move that cushion up top as when they get that top side rolling there. Kenny Miller's going to take us to the green. Brett Wheeler on his trails right there. Hayden Harvey, Andrew Hauser, James Grace, Alex Robinson for your out of turn number 2. There we see, though, they're still around that bottom side. Bottom side seems to be fastest as Kenny Miller takes us there. A little bit of contact, though, between Andrew Hauser, James Grace. Grace can pull back a bit. Hayden Harvey looking to the inside of Brett Wheeler as Wheeler's going to be running just a little bit higher line there, but dives to the bottom for turn number 3 and 4. That time around, Kenny Miller leads the field by over 1/10 of a second. Brett Wheeler under heavy pressure from Hayden Harvey, though. Harvey's going to be looking to the inside there. Harvey gets Wheeler actually gets a pretty good run off turn number 4 there. Be looking to chase down Kenny Miller as their lap times are nearly identical. James Grace now up to 4th with a pretty quick lap time there as well, putting in his personal best. But here we are taking an eye on Hayden Harvey and Brett Wheeler. Kenny Miller has checked out from heat race number 1. We have 3 laps left. Hayden Harvey trying to wheel in Brett Wheeler, though, as he is actually running quicker times than Wheeler here around Bristol Motor Speedway. Kenny Miller still out front, though, a whole 1/10 quicker than the rest of the field. Hayden Harvey, though, staying quicker than Brett Wheeler's in 2nd place. Wheeler has to keep an eye out for Harvey, though. So we are white flag this time by. If Harvey's going to make a move, it's going to be coming out of turn number 3 and 4. As Kenny Miller, though, still quickest overall for the entire race. Going to take us to the green flag here. Meet Kenny Miller, Wheeler, Harvey, Grace, Hauser, and Alex Robinson will round out your heat race field. There's your heat race number 2 results. It's Kenny Miller, Brett Wheeler, Hayden Harvey, James Grace, Andrew Hauser, and Alex Robinson on your outside for the feature tonight. But as we get a quick little warm-up session here, we're going to throw it to a quick commercial break to thank our sponsors for tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway for your A main tonight of the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Cars. Starting in 12th, it's the 42 of Alex Robinson for Vanderpool Racing. 2 is inside the 24 of Jax Young. Starting 10th, it's the 13 of Andrew Hauser. 2 is inside the 47 for the Firm Motorsports, Jason Randolph. No, this is the A main tonight. But starting 8th, it is the 269 for Blue Grove Motorsports, James Grace. 2 is inside for Team ABR Esports, the 14 of Rebecca Millette. Aiden Harvey in 6 for Vanderpool Racing, the 55. 2 is inside, the 11 of Aiden Beerline. Starting 4th, it's Black Diamond Motorsports, 56 of Brett Wheeler. 2 is inside. Starting 3rd, it's the 50 of Clayton Davies for Ace Esports. And on your front row tonight, it is the 23 of Kenny Miller for Phantom Motorsports, and 2 is inside. Three-time defending World of Outlaw champion, Alex Bergeron for Team ABR Esports. As you see here, we are off as the pace truck will be taking us around for tonight's feature. I know I've got a couple producers in my ear, so let's see who they're picking to win tonight's race. Actually, let's take this one here. You cannot pick Alex Bergeron, as he has been undefeated this season. So who you got, producers in my ear? I got one producer picking Brett Wheeler. I don't know whom I got my other one picking tonight, though, as he hasn't yet to answer me. But I'm going to take Kenny Miller actually racing this one here. Apparently, I can't pick Kenny Miller because our producer BJ picked him. So I'm going to have to go with Clayton Davies there, then starting in 3rd, as our producer got me on that one, as he did pick him before the race even started. But lights are out. We will be going green here pretty soon, as you see Bergeron, Miller, Davies, and Brett Wheeler all sitting there, top 4, waiting to take us to the green flag. As actually, I was just informed, we will be doing a 4-wide salute to thank you, the fans, tonight from the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Cars for the World of Thunder Esports League. We would like to salute you, the fans, with a 4-wide salute. There you see them, 4x3, as we're going to be sitting here tonight getting everything ready to go. I got producers laughing in my ear. They're not telling me what's going on, and I'm a little bit upset now. Oh man, that is something that now I'm not going to be able to unsee. Thanks a lot.
Every light's burning in a house across town. She's stationed by the telephone in her faded flannel gown, asking for a miracle, hoping she's not right, praying it's the weather that's kept him out all night.
You know, I know BJ can't answer me right now, but how upset do you think Alex is going to be that nobody's even mentioned him in this race until just now by me? Okay, here we go. They are out of the 4-wide. We're going to go back 2x2 here, as we will be going green here pretty soon. As I'm actually going to have to rely on the producers right here to tell me when we're about to go green. All right, just got the word from race control. We are going green this time by. So going into turn number 3, Alex Bergeron. As I was just told, we are actually not going green this time by. We'll take one more lap around to get things going here. Race control couldn't decide if they wanted to go green this time by. Didn't like the way things looked out there, though. So we're going to give it one more lap around. But here we go, coming into turn number 3. Alex Bergeron is going to take us to the green flag here at the Bristol Motor Speed for the DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Cars. Bergeron gets off to a great start. Clayton Davies second, Kenny Miller third. As you see down there, Aiden Beerline to the bottom as Brett Wheeler actually got a little bit of contact. He is up, over, and still on 4 wheels, though. He looks to be keeping it going there, but there you see yellow flag is out as something happened to Alex Bergeron going back to 3rd there before that yellow came out. But we will go to an Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay to find out what happened to Brett Wheeler there. Nope. Oh, so apparently there was no replay there, as looks like Brett Wheeler just got a little bit of contact, though. Enough to shoot him actually a little bit up the track. There you see, though, Brett Wheeler's actually in the pits getting that 410 sprint car. A little bit of fix done to it. There you see that we're watching Clayton Davies as he is now in 1st place. Kenny Miller, Alex Bergeron, Aiden Beerline, Rebecca Millette will round out your top 5. There you see Alex Robinson. I'm going to have to give him props a little bit later on, though. He did make the feature tonight, so I'm not used to calling him in a feature, but congratulations, Alex. You finally made it, bud. As I believe lights are out, if I remember correctly, and we should be going green either this next time around, I want to say. And yes, you see, we will stack them 2 by 2. There you see, we will actually be going to the green this time by. Alex Bergeron's now back in 3rd place, though. Clayton Davies, Kenny Miller, Alex Bergeron, and Aiden Beerline, your top 4. There you see Clayton Davies, though, taking us to the green flag this time by. Alex Bergeron gets a great start as Kenny Miller falls back to 3rd place. He's going to try to rail that top side. There you see Aiden Beerline all the way down to the bottom, to the inside of Bergeron here, going into turn number 3. Beerline going to stay to that bottom side there, but what a run that Alex Bergeron just got going off there, as we are under caution again here. Take a look. It looks like James Grace involved in that one, as you see him pulling to the pits. Here's your ultimate Here's our UDTV instant replay. Find out exactly what happened to James Grace there. See, it looks like maybe a little bit of net go. Something just jumbled him up, went right up into the wall there, and there is nothing he could do at that point. His car looks to... Yep, there was James Grace, though. Looks like just broke something that front end, went straight up into the wall there, but Clayton Davies got a pretty good start there. Looks like the inside start might be going out pretty well. So Kenny Miller now back in third place. Might be able to get around Bergeron there. You saw Aiden Beerline going all the way down into the apron, though, of what would be the apron at Bristol without the dirt. And that's what those dirtles were there for in the actual Bristol Dirt Nationals, to keep people from doing that. But as you see, we don't have them here, and so if it's there, use what you got to use to get around people who need to get around. I got a producer ask me what a dirtle was. Did you not watch the Bristol Dirt Nationals? So if you take a look, if you ever watch any videos from Bristol, if you look inside where that apron would be at, there's this random white patch of dirt there. So it's actually some extra dirt piled up a bit. So it's called a dirtle. So they painted it white, so that way if anyone hits it, it actually sends your car flying. As you know, the UMP showcase, actually it was Sport Mods, if I remember correctly, who showcased that, as one of them got all four wheels off the ground as he came across that dirtle. I wonder if Alex Robinson's going to make it known to Brett Wheeler that he beat Brett in a race. Granted, Brett may be out, but we know how Alex takes his victories, as just whenever he can get them. I did have Davies picked, and he is sitting in first place, but he's got in his virtual mirror a three-time champion hot on his heels with Kenny Miller right behind him. So looks like it's actually, Jacob, who'd you have picked? So our producer actually cursed Brett Wheeler there. So the producer curse coming out, 7 announcer curse. But we should be coming to the green here this time, guys. We are single file. Clayton Davis going to take us to the start. Alex Bergeron, Kenny Miller, Aiden Beerline going to get off to a pretty good start here as Davis going to pull away from the field. Kenny Miller looking to the inside of Bergeron, though. Aiden Beerline all the way to the bottom there, but Bergeron has such a good run coming there. Beerline going to stick to that bottom side there, but look at the momentum he lost as Kenny Miller pulls away from him there, as they're all chasing Clayton Davies, though, coming out turn number 2. You see Aiden Beerline there is still running that bottom side. His lap times aren't that much different, but as you see here, Kenny Miller has sucked up to Alex Bergeron. Kenny Miller has the fastest lap of the race as far as he gets by Alex Bergeron. Takes second place and is looking for first from Clayton Davies. Got a great 3-car battle here. You see Aiden Beerline still trying to make that apron work. It just looks like he's losing most of that momentum coming out there from that slide jumps. Bergeron holding on to third. Miller now in first place. Clayton Davies second. Bergeron third. Davies looking to the inside of Kenny Miller here, though. Going to try and get that slide jump, go down to the apron. Thinks better of it, though, as Davies, it's a drag race to the start-finish line, as Kenny Miller will lead that lap right there. And here comes Aiden Beerline there. Oh, Clayton Davies got a little loose. Bergeron got to the back of him. Davies went into the inside wall there, and we are under yellow again. We're going to go to an Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Take a look at this one here. As you see there, Miller and Davies battling for first place. Bergeron railing that top side there. As you see, just a slight bit of contact there. Davies gets a little swirly and only lost maybe about 5 to 10 miles an hour. But a track like Bristol, where 5 to 10 miles an hour is the difference between a couple tenths of a second, there's nothing Bergeron could do as he came up and in a hurry on the back of Davies there. But we saw Kenny Miller charging from third up to first there, and Miller actually has the quickest time of the race so far by well over a tenth of a second. So Alex Bergeron might have his work cut out for him here, as our producer BJ Duval might have actually gotten the correct pick here. I wish I could say he stole my pick, but kind of picked him before I could, so I can't really say that much. Yeah, BJ would try and say I stole his pick, but producer, are we still in the instant replay, or are we live right now? All right, there you see we have 13 laps down. Going to be about 20 laps left in this race here, as the iRacing pace truck still with those lights on. Kenny Miller first, Alex Bergeron second, Aiden Beerline third, Jason Randolph fourth, Rebecca Millette ran out your top 5, and this is actually going to do a pretty good amount to that battle, though, as Clayton Davies was only 1 point behind Aiden Beerline for second place. But Jason Randolph still 10 points back. You see him right behind Aiden Beerline there. So this battle for second place in points going into the championship week has just gotten real interesting, as you see Clayton Davies now out in the 10th position. There you see, though, Alex Robinson moving up solidly into the top 10 now, as he is actually in 9th position. So Alex Robinson have himself a halfway decent run here, as he's hanging back, just kind of doing his own thing there, but lights are out in the pace truck. We are back 2 by 2, as Kenny Miller's going to be looking to take us to the green flag next time around here. Bergeron to his outside, Aiden Beerline in third, and we did see that the start from the inside was the preferred starting line there, as Bergeron has to make sure Beerline is getting a pretty good jump on him here, and he moves back to third, have to fight his way up again. They see Kenny Miller taking us to the green flag, though. Bergeron dropping that right in front of him. Aiden Beerline, Jason Randolph, and Rebecca Millette, your top 5. As now you see him railing that top side there. Beerline gets stayed to the inside, though. He's underneath Bergeron, battling Kenny Miller for first place, though. Bergeron gets a great run off that top side, though, but Aiden Beerline in second place. He's got that bottom side working. He's got something figured out there, as he is now giving Kenny Miller an entire mirror's worth of everything, as he was over a tenth faster there than Kenny Miller, though. But Miller gets a great run there, figures something out for that top side, and just keeps running away from him here, as Aiden Beerline's going to try and keep making that bottom side work, though. It's going to come from the apron up onto the track there. Bergeron still in third, but Miller has found this groove. He is sliding away with this one. Aiden Beerline gets close coming off the corner, but Miller's just such a good run coming there that it's going to take a slide job from Beerline and force Kenny Miller off that top side. There you see that Beerline was faster than Kenny Miller last time around by 0.05 of a second. But that top side run that Kenny Miller gets is the way to go, as he was faster this time around. You see Alex Bergeron as well on that top side, trying to reel in Aiden Beerline here. Jason Randolph sitting there in fourth, Rebecca Millette in fifth, Hayden Harvey. But as you see back there, Andrew Hauser and Hayden Harvey having a pretty good battle here, as Hauser's through that slick, but Hayden Harvey with a great run on that top side there. Harvey's going to take sixth place for the time being. Andrew Hauser, though, not going to like that one too much. He's going to try to battle back, but Hayden Harvey gets a great run off the top. Firmly takes 6th spot. He's got his eyes on Rebecca Millette there as we're back up front. See, Kenny Miller, though, still running away with this race. Aiden Berline sticking to that bottom side, though, as now he's got a mirror full of Alex Bergeron to deal with. And Bergeron's going to keep making that top side work there. Aiden Berline, though, keeping up with that one. Jason Randolph, you see him there. Rebecca Millette has a mirror full of Hayden Harvey deal with. Now we just saw Harvey get past Hauser. So the question is Harvey going to stick that top side? Millette's running that top side as well, too. But here you see Hayden Harvey's about a 10th faster last time around. So he's got the moves working here. He's going to look to the bottom side. Rebecca Millette is going to keep that 5th place for time being. Harvey going to go way up top, though, for that one. There you see, though, Aiden Berline still running that entire bottom line there with the apron. Bergeron rail on the top side there. He's just going to close in on Berline for this time around. Kenny Miller has continued to check out, though, as he gets the fast one. Aiden Berline about 7/10 of a second behind him, though. Bergeron getting closer there. As there we see Hayden Harvey actually got past Rebecca Millette. He's going to battle back here, though. So we got 5 and 6 battling right through here. One running through the slick. Harvey up top, though. Same exact move he put on Hauser, as he's going to make that move stick for 5th spot. Now he's going to try to reel in Jason Randolph going in here. But then, as I say that, Jason Randolph posts the quickest time of the entire session here by a solid 3/10 of a second. Randolph has found something there, but there you see Alex Bergeron on Aiden Berline. Aiden switched his lineup a little bit, no longer on the apron, though, as now all 3 top runners are right on that bottom side there. Kenny Miller, Aiden Berline, Alex Bergeron within about 3/10 of the down. You see Aiden Berline being challenged by Alex Bergeron on the bottom side there. Lap cars coming into play here as Berline gets a little loose there. Bergeron gets around him, though, but Berline does have a pretty quick car rolling through there. You see Rebecca Millette, Bergeron's teammate there. Hayden Harvey still rolling in 5th place. Kenny Miller, though, with that last little battle there, was able to pull away. Now Alex Bergeron's going to reel in Kenny Miller. He's got 4 laps to do it, and a mirror full of Aiden Berline as well, but with only 4/10 of a second separating 1st and 2nd, and Bergeron is putting in some work here, though, working his way up. But Kenny Miller has 100% decided to lead this race as much as he can. Keep control going here, as we're going to be coming to 2 laps left this time around. Kenny Miller has to hold off the 3-time champion of Alex Bergeron, though, as Bergeron was about a 10th of a second quicker there, as now he's right on the tail of Kenny Miller. Here you see going into turn 3 and 4, Miller protecting that bottom slide, trying to keep that slide job from happening there. Here's white flag this time by Alex Bergeron on the inside. Kenny Miller makes contact. Bergeron slides a bit down, though. He's back in 3rd place. Kenny Miller coming out of turn number 4 for the final time, as Kenny Miller will take your victory in the 410. DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Cars. Aiden Berline, Alex Bergeron, Jason Randolph, and Hayden Harvey round out your top 5. What a race. Bergeron threw it on the line to go under Miller. Miller protected just perfectly fine, though, and you see your official results here. Kenny Miller for Phantom Motorsports, your winner. Aiden Berline, Alex Bergeron, Jason Randolph, Hayden Harvey up quite a few spots there. Rebecca Millette, Andrew Hauser, Alex Robinson, Jack Shaw, James Grace, Clayton Davies, and Brett Wheeler round out your field for tonight. As we try to catch up with these guys on a victory lane, we will take a quick commercial break here for the time being to help pay some bills. All right, guys, welcome back to the dirtfan.com 410 Sprint Cars presented by the World of Thunder Esports League. I have caught up with your drivers here as trying to find Alex Bergeron right now, but having a hard time finding them. So let's talk to second place while we can. Oh, no, here comes Alex running in here. Alex, what a run you had there. You came up, you gave it all you had on that final lap. Talk us through that last couple laps there.
You know, it kind of got cut off there on the bottom. I think turned 1 and 2 there. Not much I could have done. Definitely had the fast car there at the end of the race, and bottom was on. So beginning of the race, we struggled a little bit. That has a lot to do with the track and how fast this track is, and the bottom was very good there at the end. But like I said, we got caught up there, and that made us not win the race here tonight.
Yeah, it looked like you were sticking to the top as much as you could, but that last lap, you set it up beautifully for that slide job and just got caught up there. But overall, very strong performance tonight. So, how was the track overall? Was it a pretty fast track, pretty one lane, or could you just go anywhere you saw there?
I mean, there at the end, I feel like it was only bottom. Even if you had the fastest car up top, I feel like you had nothing up there. So, feel like this track is a lot about one line. Whenever the line comes in, it will change over the course of the race, but when it changes, it's going to change to only one line. So, there's not much you can do. It's it's wherever you're placed and how lucky you are, basically.
Yeah, took third place in the street stock cheerleader, third place here in the 410s. Who would you like to thank for helping get to the podium again tonight?
As always, UltimateDirtTV Sports, Jason, Rebecca, everybody helps us out. Of our partners, SI Shocks, Biologic Cat, BK Designs, City Cinematography, ABS Shop, Stucco. Everybody helps us out. All our fans out there, my dad for watching all the time, and you guys for broadcasting, and Wolf Thunder for putting us up.
All right. And that was your third place finisher, Alex Bergeron. Let me catch up to your second place finisher tonight, though. Aiden Beerline. Aiden was probably the only guy actually running a completely different line than anybody else's. He ran the apron most of the time there. Aiden, tell us about your strategy there running that apron most of the night.
Mostly just try not to run out of fuel halfway through the race. I went, I would like to say 3 or 4 gallons low. So I was expecting to run out around lap 25. Thankfully, all those yellows helped me, and I just barely made it on fuel at the very end.
So it's more of a keep it in the race, keep that going and stay up on line. But you were actually pretty quick down there for quite a while. So was it working for you, or you just worried more about trying to stay in that top three?
I was kind of like, I know I'm good in points, good position. So I know that bottom comes in normally when the top goes away a little bit more. And I think around 20 laps in, it started firing out of nowhere, and I started getting a lot quicker. And then I like to say the last 5 laps, it just the middle kind of came back and kind of hurt me at the end. But I was able, at that point, I knew I was going to make it on fuel, and I was able to run the same line in the middle.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run there. And speaking of points, you were only 1 point up on Clayton Davies for second place winning that. But with some hard luck to Davies, I think you've got a pretty good lock on second, though. But as of last check, I have to check points after. Jason Randolph was only 10 points behind you coming into tonight. So strong runs all season, strong run tonight. Who would you like to thank for helping you get second place here tonight?
First off, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ, my mom, my dad, Reflection Cabinetry, Extreme House Buyers, Dave's Truck Service, Beerline Trucking, and Redline Race Designs, and y'all for putting an amazing show.
All right, guys, that was Aiden Beerline, your second place finisher. Now I've got to run over to Victory Lane to speak to the first place driver, Kenny Miller. Kenny, I've heard the nickname Kenny the Thriller Miller thrown around quite a bit before, but what a thrilling run there. How did it feel coming in that last lap when you saw Bergeron trying to throw that slider?
Yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking when you got one of the best or the best behind you. But I mean, I went back and watched the replay, and I don't know. From my perspective, when I was in the car, it didn't really look like he was that close to me, and then all of a sudden he like jumped forward, and then I just saw him go around. So I watched the replay, and if I got into him and blocked him for the win, then I'm sorry. But overall, I thought it was a really good race, and yeah, this place is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was definitely a great race to watch. You were driving away for a while there, but it looks like Bergeron and Beerline was actually coming for you towards the end there. And you're going to make our producer pretty happy because BJ Duval actually sat there and picked you to win this race. So, how does it feel to know? I tried to pick you as well too, but BJ told me I couldn't pick the same guy he picked. So, yeah, two people really rooting for you tonight in this field.
Yeah, I mean, I felt really good early, and as the race kind of went on, I don't think I fell off from the top. I think the bottom just got really, really good, and I might have moved down there too late. But yeah, they were certainly hitting it a little better than I was. But I just knew if I could kind of hit my marks and stay consistent, then it'd be pretty hard for them to get around me.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty hard for them to get around you there. But tell us who you'd like to thank for bringing it to victory lane tonight at the 410 Sprint Cars at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, I got to thank everybody at Phantom Motorsports, Velocity Race Designs, Power Outdoors, and Weichel Sportswear, and CD Cinematography for helping us out.
All right, guys, that was your winner tonight, Kenny Miller. What a run there tonight, though. And all I've got to say, I know I don't have a broadcast partner up here, but I got a producer in my ear that can still talk to me. What a run. What a thrilling finish. Bergeron came up at the very end, through the slide job, wasn't able to make it. Kenny Miller gets the victory. And what a feeling that's going to be to say he outran Alex Bergeron in the 410 sprint car.
I'm not announcing this. I'm just sitting here helping the new producer, but I will jump in for one split second because I hate to say it, but I told you so, Dom.
I've got a producer here who's wanting to help out. He wants to hop in, so let's bring BJ Duval into this as he's got a little something he wants to sit there and say.
I already said it.
Sitting there trying to tell me he told me so, and I wanted to pick Kenny Miller tonight, but BJ picked him before the race even started, so there's nothing I can really do there. But on behalf of all of our sponsors tonight, for the dirtfan.com 410 Sprint Cars, Wordle Thunder would like to thank Mimi's Making the Motion, Warrior Logistics, Miller Family Trucking, Grace Production, Worldwide iRacing League Association, Gage Agony Service, Envision Custom Graphics, the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, SRW, Rocket Racing Subs, and Dig Setup Shop. For BJ Duval and Jacob in the booth, I am Dominic Foster. Good night, and see you all later for the Big Block Modifieds.